Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kia, and I'm back with another weekly check-in video. This is the monthly closeout for December 2023. It is the new year. Hope you guys had a safe new year. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and close out the year 2023 working on December. So we'll be doing from December 21st all the way to December 31st. So let's get started. So Thursday the 21st, I got gas at Sunday for $30. I was going to wait to tell my main channel first, but the way my videos are set up, I'm going to be telling them a little later in the year. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys. So this was the day I applied at Amazon. So I applied here online, and then Friday, scheduled to go up there. It's an hour and 20 minutes from my house, the warehouse is, and I had to go up there and do a drug test and background check and things like that. So it is in Garner, North Carolina. So I did get gas again there. I didn't know the name of the gas station, so I just put Garner, in the city I was in, and put $25 in there. I did drive to Monte Carlo up there. So I did put gas in it Thursday, and I had to turn around and put some more in it on Friday because, like I said, I did drive an hour and 20 minutes there and an hour and 20 minutes back. So definitely had to put gas in there. So now you guys know I have a new job at Amazon. Yay! My official first start date is January the 4th. I'm currently filming this video on January the 3rd, so my first day is tomorrow. I will be filming everything about Amazon, like getting started, applying there, the first day, all that. I will be vlogging all of that on my main channel, so look out for those videos for you guys that are following on my main channel, Kia TV. When I got back home, I did go to Dollar General and spent $6.79 on some tampons. Then on Saturday, I went to Walmart and spent $128.40. That was on Christmas gift for my husband. Now that Christmas is over, I can show you guys. I got him this 4GT Lego set. It's for people 18 and up, but I mean, you know, teenagers can use it as well. It's just a bunch. It's a 1,466 pieces, I believe, of Lego pieces. So my husband was excited to get that. He worked on it Christmas night, and he turned around and worked on it the next day, that night as well, and he was done with it the next day pretty much. Also at Walmart, I spent $58.62. That was on some grocery. I spent $7.19 on some wipes for my son Mason. Then I went to Bath & Body Works in the mall and spent $42.27. That was on some cologne, coffee, and whiskey. Oh my gosh. That's all I got to say. That cologne smells so good. Oh my gosh. But that was what I originally was going in there for. Of course, it's unbudgeted. I didn't put anything else into Christmas. But I also got my mom a $50 gift card because her birthday, it was a birthday present because her birthday is 2 days after Christmas. So I got her that. She's turning 50, or she's 50 now, but she was turning 50 at the time. So that's why I put $50 on her card. And then I went to Dollar General and spent $6.42. That was on some diapers. That was just a small pack of diapers for my son Mason. I don't know if I told you guys already on this channel, but I was supposed to be scheduled to have my surgery done January the 8th, but I had received a phone call earlier this month that I wasn't going to be able to get the surgery right now because they were trying to get the medicine to put me to sleep and all that good stuff. Because honey, I got to be asleep to have that surgery, and they said they couldn't get it, or I don't really trust that surgery anymore, so I'm trying to look for another surgeon. Currently I do have a consultation scheduled for January the 29th, so I will be filming that for my main channel as well. With the surgery money I do have, I was like, I knew I was starting Amazon and I needed something reliable to drive back and forth. Amazon pays so good. I know I'll be able to put that money back or whatever. So me and my husband went car shopping or whatever, and he has a friend that has a wife that had a car. They have a lot of cars, so they really wanted to help us out. And she she sold me one of her cars for $2,000. I only had $1,700 currently. I mean, at the time. So I gave her $1,700 for the car. It's a 2003 Honda Accord Coupe. Then I went to the new store here in town, the 7-Eleven. I went there and spent $4.48. That was just on some snacks. And I got gas at Atkinson's for $35. I put that in my new car. And y'all, it filled it up. So Christmas, of course, everything was closed. Didn't go anywhere for Christmas. I had a great Christmas that I spent it with my husband and my youngest son. My oldest son is still gone with his dad. Well, he was still gone with his dad at the time. Definitely no spend day. So December the 26th, I went to Dollar Tree and spent $6.51. That was on some snacks. I went to Food Lion. So my husband went back to work this day. I went to Food Lion. I'm still driving my new Honda. There was some odds and ends that was wrong with the car, but for the most part, you know, it drove really, really, really good. It needed a new ignition switch. So when we got the car, my husband's friend's wife had the key inside the ignition, and she told us not to never take it out until we get a new ignition switch. Because once we take it out, it'll be hard to get that key back in the right way to crank it up. So I didn't really want to drive it much unless I really, really had to until we got the ignition switch, which I was waiting on my check. I had a check coming on Friday to pay her the rest of the money I owed her, and I was going to use some money from that check to get the ignition switch. But I went to Food Lion, took the key out, you guys, and could not get it back in. So I called my husband. It was about 2 o'clock. He gets off at 5. I called him around about 2 o'clock. He got off work to try to help me get my car to work, and he just knew he probably wasn't going to get it to crank because, like I said, we wasn't supposed to take it out, because once we took it out, it was going to be forever to get, like days, you guys. That car could be sitting there for days. But I have no idea how his friend got that key in there to get it to start. But my husband like, forget it. We'll just go get an ignition switch now. So I had to use my credit card to get the ignition switch at O'Reilly's for $264.99. The problem with that was they didn't have it in stock. So we had to wait until the next day. The next day, that morning, is when they was going to, they had to order it pretty much. And it was going to be here the next day. So we went on and ordered it. My husband just took me in the car he was in back to Food Line to get what I was going there for, was with some grocery for $17.02. And we went home the next day. When my husband got off work at 5 o'clock, he went to Food Line where my car was still parked at. He put the ignition switch in there and drove it home. So I went to Walmart and spent $7.83. That was on some Gain detergent and some bath tissue. So my son had some toys, of course, for Christmas, and I completely forgot to get him some batteries and stuff. So I went to Dollar Tree and got him some batteries, and he was being so good because I was watching. You know, he was home the whole week because they was still out of school. He was being so good. I was like, let him get a little toy. So all that totaled to be $255. Thursday, I went back to Walmart and spent $94.39 on some grocery. So Friday is the day that I got my money. My husband's friend and me went to get the title. I paid her the rest of the money I owed her. Yes, she let me drive her car before I even paid her in full for it. So that was great. She didn't have to do that, but she just let me go ahead and get it. But this was the official day we went to get the title switched to my name, and I went to get the tags done and all that because I knew this was the last day I could do it because, you know, before New Year's and stuff. So I did all that. I did all that with my son and everything. He was being so good. Oh my gosh, I was so shocked. We went to the DMV. The line was super long. He was patiently waiting in line with me and everything to get the tags and all that stuff. Like, I did everything that day. So that $300 is what that's for. With the car, I gave her the rest of the money I owed her. And after all that running around, I did not want to cook that day. So everything here is on budget. I went to Taco Bell. Me and my son went to Taco Bell. My husband didn't really want Taco Bell, so me and my son went there and spent $16.23 there. And I went to Bojangles to get my husband some food for $11.76. So I have a lot of on budget transactions on Saturday, the day before New Year's Eve. We always spend New Year's Eve at home. This is the day I got all the things for it. But I told you guys that my youngest son needed some pants. So I went to the mall in another city to the children's place. And I did put in $50 in his envelope. But honey, them pants was not. I spent $118.61 on 5 pairs of jeans for a little 4-year-old. Oh my goodness. But my son needed it, so I had to get it for him. And then I went to Five Below to get me a phone mount for my car. I spent $5.94 on that. And then I went to Dollar Tree, and this is where I went to get the things I wanted for our New Year's Eve party, I guess. It wasn't really a party, but we already had like a little disco ball that we got from Five Below as well a long time ago. I cut that on. And then at Dollar Tree this day I got some candles. I got a 20, a 0, a 20, and a 4, obviously for the new year, to put on some cupcakes that we blew out when the new year came in. I got us these gold and silver beads to wear. I got us these party hats. They was like birthday party hats, but Actually found some that kind of match the theme to the New Year's. I got us some of those. And I got us some of these. They call them squawkers, but I call them noisemakers or blowouts. So whatever. I got some of those. I think that was it. I spent $13.38 on that. Then I went to Walmart and spent $8.56. That was on some socks for my son Kobe. Like I told you guys he needed. And I spent $2.91 on some more bath tissue. Then I spent $39.78. That was on some grocery. The last place I went to was Dollar General. I was going there to get my son Mason some diapers because I did buy him some a week ago. A small pack of diapers. It was 20 diapers in a small pack, but all they had was the really big pack, and in it has like I think like 66 diapers or something like that. But they last me a long time. So I was like, let me go ahead and get it, even though I only had $10 in this envelope. So I spent $19.26 on that. And then I seen this old school candy. I was like, oh, I gotta try that. Like, that's old school. Like, it was called the it's like a kind of like a fruit roll up, but I can't explain it. What it looks like. If I can find a picture, I'll show you guys. But I got some candy for $1.07. So on New Year's Eve, I had a no spend. I didn't go anywhere. I got all the things I needed. So on New Year's Eve, I didn't spend anything. So I had a no spend day. That wraps up the calendar for December 2023. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 no spend days. I don't know why I counted because it was right over here. But 8 no spend days. My goal was always 14 days. I don't think I did too bad. I did over halfway. But yeah, that is the closeout. So let's go ahead and move on to the weekly check-in sheet. Alright, hopefully you guys can see. Alright, so we're working on week 4, the last week of December. So I didn't put anything into my spending envelope, which left the balance of nothing. I spent $30, so I was negative $20 for the month. I put in a total of, because this was 2 paychecks in this week, because it's 10 days. I put in $140 in total in gas, which gave me a balance of $170. I spent $90, which left me with 80 bucks. So I am negative 38 for the month. I spent $29 in takeout. I didn't put anything in my envelope. I'm now negative $19 in takeout. You guys, do you see that number? Oh my gosh. Of course, it's because I got the card, but I have a total of $2,672 of unbudgeted transactions, which means I am now negative $2,902 in unbudgeted transactions for the month. I'm all negative, you guys. I went out with a bang. All right, let's move on to my monthly budget sheet here. Let me see if you guys can see everything. Nope. Okay, so for income, for me, my husband, me, my Social Security, and anything else, I estimated $2,474, and I actually brought in $3,161.04. For my variable expenses, I did budget $725. But I actually brought in, it was actually $802, so I was $77 off, which isn't too bad. So my fixed expenses was a total of $835. Like they're fixed, so they're never going to change. But I don't think I did too bad, even though those numbers was horrible with my weekly check-ins. Yeah, I don't think I did too bad. Going over my worksheets now. So this is the calendar we just saw. I have my paycheck budget sheet here. All my income. So my sinking funds, I started out with $55. I ended with $73, which is a difference of $18. So I didn't do any saving this month again, but I do have 4 expense tracker sheets. So there's a full one completed, 2 and 3, all the way to my 4 sheets, and then we just send our weekly check-in and monthly budget. So if you guys are interested in any of these budget sheets, please feel free to check out my Etsy shop. I now have available for you guys. All these budget sheets are $1, but make sure you check them out and support your girl on her Etsy shop. So that wraps up today's video, and that is the end of 2023. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you guys for the very next video. Time for the new year, you guys.